Hey there, Amplifiers. One of the cool things that I get to do is connect with other business professionals who have other perspective and ideas, because you can't know everything. And sometimes even the things you know, you need to be reminded of. And that's what I'm excited to have today. Guesting on Growth Amplifiers is the CEO of Your Independence Inc., Jessica Kay. Welcome to Growth Amplifiers.
Hi.
All right, so we're talking about, looking at ways to make your business be more profitable. Even if you're thinking, profits isn't my thing, you need to pay attention to the bottom line. For if you're not growing your profits, you run out of money, you can't make an impact, you can't move your agenda forward, you can't serve your mission. So let's start off by giving a quick self-introduction of your background and how you got to be where you're at now.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm Jessica Kay. I'm better known as the home care boss. So I've been in the healthcare field for probably the past 17 years now. I've actually owned for the past 13 years. So I got into the field. I grew up in the field. My parents were in the field, were in the industry, and it just kind of flowed. My kids are now in the industry now too. So that's pretty much how I, became an owner of a home care business.
Excellent. And one of the things we were talking about is, really looking at different ideas to put into your business to be more profitable. So it's thinking about, you're doing something now, but if you can add a new idea or a new tactic or solution into your business, you can increase the profits, and that will contribute to the mission that you serve. You have more money to invest back in your business or do other things to contribute to the growth of your movement. So what are some of the ways that you typically like looking at increasing profitability from a business standpoint?
Yeah, so, great point. A lot of people really think that increasing profits is starting something new. And that's not always, or cutting costs somewhere. That's not always the case. If you already have a business, you need to look within that business to create something out of that. And again, there's no reason to reinvent the wheel when you already have a product. So my example of that is I started Your Independence back in 2008. About 3 or 4 years in, I, got everything was going great. And a lot of people start coming to me to try to figure out, okay, how did you get into the business? How did you learn how to do it? And light bulb, let me start consulting for people who want to learn how to start their own home care business.
Right.
So much that's what I've been doing. So that was the easiest, simplest, didn't cost me, but a little bit of advertising, not much of that, in order to start a second stream of income within my first stream of income. So that's how I increase profits.
So that's a great way. And chances are, you're on a journey, right? And you've figured out a pathway, and there's people behind you that they haven't gotten to where you're at. And so some people get in their mindset, I'm not maybe the expert. I don't know everything. So maybe I can't do this. Yeah. But you don't need to know everything. You just need to be ahead of where other people are, and then you can be a guide.
Absolutely.
At least to help get to where you're at. And that's very valuable, right?
Absolutely.
So what are some of the other things that you're up to and doing that really makes up the brand of who you are today?
Yeah. Oh, so much. So just within the consulting business, I started off just one-on-one advising. Now we're doing workshops. I actually have a workshop coming up this Saturday at my office. It's an interactive workshop where I'm people who wanted to participate. I'm literally teaching them step-by-step guide the entire day on what to do, what to expect, all that good stuff. So I do that. Trying to think what I do so many other things. I'm in the real estate. The biggest thing about, being successful and wanting to reach a certain status is you have to build your portfolio and not just have one stream of income. Even if you work a 9 to 5, it's okay. Do a side hustle, because you never know, that side hustle may turn into, a bigger business. So exactly. So, and that's some of the things that I did over the years. You know, I continue to just build build smaller side hustles and make them into bigger businesses. So
I love it. And if, 2020 wasn't a great example of why you might want to consider doing that, for the people who did have, some options and they could pivot, that gave them the ability to potentially even have one of the best years ever.
absolutely.
Others who kind of were in their trenches and hadn't taken the time prior either had to figure it out on the fly, or they're still trying to figure it out on the fly.
Exactly.
And
that's a good point. Because healthcare is recession proof. Home care is not going anywhere. So we did very well when the pandemic hit, So that's a good point you just made.
So for people who might want to learn a little bit more about you and your business, where can they go and what could they do?
Yeah, so you can catch me on all social media. You could at CEO_Jessica K. Or you could just type in Jessica K. You usually can find me. I have the nice flying hair in my portfolio picture. Or you can visit me on my website at www.thejessicak.com. And that's spelled out Kay.
I love it. You're serving a mission, you're following your passion, and you're continuing to amplify. So definitely make sure that you follow up with Jessica. And just one more question before we part. Just what's a piece of advice, doesn't have to be profit related, but just a piece of advice that you might want to share with someone who's on their journey now that you've gained on your journey?
I would say the biggest thing is don't give up. No matter what, no matter who's in your corner, no matter anything, just don't give up. Keep reaching for your dreams. And that would be the biggest advice I could tell anybody.
I love it. Well, thank you again for sharing to Growth Amplifiers. We appreciate you and look forward to seeing the awesome things that you'll be rocking here as the years tick on.
Thanks, Kenny. Have a good day.
You too.
All right.
To show your support, take a moment to amplify this message by sharing it online. To connect with me or gain more business growth insights, visit www.growthamplifiers.com. Thank you for your support.